Hi everyone. In last sessions, what we discussed? We discussed of the EC2 services and we completed the EC2 services. Already we discussed IAM services, S3 bucket services and RDS. I think we completed the four services in our AWS. Today we are going to start our new services that is called as a CloudWatch. But before going to start of the CloudWatch, what is the use case for the CloudWatch? So before going to start our CloudWatch, what is the use case for the CloudWatch? Suppose we are created one machines here, and in that we deployed our applications. Whenever we deployed our application on EC2 machines, then I want to monitor my EC2 instances. Then what we have to do here? So that time we have to. I want my expectation is a I want monitor my EC2 instances 24 by 7 here. Then is it possible to from human side or manual side? No, this is not possible to monitor to the 24 by 7 here. So that is the problem. Then we can say called as a suppose whenever we take example why we need to the monitor here our EC2 instances. Suppose if EC2 instances CPU utilization is above 60-70%, then it suppose it reach to our 100%, then we are continuously incoming traffic and continuously increasing load on our EC2 machines. Then what will be happen? Then it will be crash our EC2 instances. Then we can say called as a we cannot access our application in that case. So that's why we need to the monitor our EC2 instance. Then is it possible to the monitor to the from the manual side 24 by 7? No, this is not possible because uh, suppose if it is possible, but then we have to invest it lots of manpower, then we have to invest it everything in that. So we have to hire different teams in different of the shift. Then we have to monitor accordingly. That is the we can say called as it is a complex process to monitor to the manually. Then we are not going to be manually at that moment. So we have the one option that is called as a CloudWatch. What is the CloudWatch? CloudWatch is nothing but monitor to the AWS resources. It will be available for the 24 by 7 automatically from our AWS side. So who will be take care it? It will be take care everything. Suppose my use case is so my condition is my EC2 instances CPU utilization is above 60 60-70%. Then I want trigger one alarm because we are monitoring our application and we already put one condition is there. So once our CPU utilization above 50%, 60% based on our condition, it should be trigger one cloud watch alarm. That time we have to go with cloud watch. Then so that is the use cases. So it is not possible monitor our EC2 instances whatever we created the uh, services in our AWS. It is not possible to monitor from the human side. We can say called as manual side. That's why we have the one services is called as a cloud watch. So it collect the some what is the purpose of the cloud watch? It is used to the monitoring AWS resources, whatever we created in our AWS account. Then after that, it collects, track the metrics data, then monitor log files, then set alarm, then automate response based on the predefined policies. These are the uh, these are the we can say called as a cloud watch. But is it possible from the human side? No, this is not possible. Who will be take care it track the metrics data, monitor logs. Then I want to automatic response from the my cloud my AWS side. Is it possible from the manually? No, this is not possible from the manually. At that time, we have to go with CloudWatch. Then based on our predefined rules and policies, it will be trigger automatically whatever we put the condition is there. So that is called as a CloudWatch. When already we discuss use cases, create one EC2 instances. Already we created one EC2 instances in our AWS cloud. Then monitor, I want to monitor the 24 by 7. Then if our CPU utilization is more than the 70%, greater than the 70%, then I want trigger one alarm. Then you can see the once our trigger alarm is triggered, then I will get one notification from our AWS side. Our CPU utilization is more than the 70%. Based on every suppose I want to create another services, like if we take example of the RDS, any of the kind of services, then we have the same services, we can use it in that, and we can trigger based on our conditions. Then once our CPU utilization is 70%, then I want to send the notification to my email ID, then it will be trigger from the CloudWatch side. When alarm got triggered, then send email notification to the my team, otherwise my management team. So that is the use case. So you can see here, this is my CloudWatch. But whenever we talked about of the CloudWatch here, so CloudWatch, we have the two services here. One is a CloudWatch, another is a simple notification services. Already we discussed here some in last EC2 instances. No, I think yeah. Here we already discussed here while we creating the auto scaling groups there. Then we have the option is there. One options while we creating simple notification service. Whatever we based on our conditions, I want some notification, then we can trigger SNS. That is called as a simple notification. So we have the mainly two services. One is a CloudWatch, another is a simple notification service. Then you can search here. If recently visited, you can see here the simple notification services. In that simple notification services, we have the one, you can see here the when once I click on here the dashboard, topics and subscription is there. We have the three options there. One is a dashboard, another is a topic, then another is a subscription. So when we talked here diagrammatically, you can see this is my CloudWatch. So CloudWatch is nothing but we are monitoring our EC2 instances. So I'm connecting CloudWatch to my EC2 instances. Then we have the two topics is there. One is a topic, another is a, you can see, subscription. So topic is nothing but we can say called as a, it's simple notification topic, whatever we based on our condition. So who will be take care it? It will be take care from the CloudWatch side. Then we will get the topic from the CloudWatch side. One is a publisher and one is a subscriber. So it is worked on our publisher and it worked on our subscriber. We have the two options there. One is a publisher, another is subscriber. Publisher, from where we get the publisher, we will get the publisher from the CloudWatch side. Then once we created the topic, then we have to subscribe to our email. So whatever we have the email ID, then once we subscribe to the email, then we will get the notification based on our condition. Suppose my CPU utilization is greater than the 70%, then I want to trigger one email from the AWS side, from the CloudWatch side, from the uh, SNS, that is called as a simple notification service side. I want trigger one email, then we will get. But it work basically, it works on uh, only two keywords here. We can see one is a publisher, another is a subscriber. Publisher is nothing but whenever we talked about of the publisher, publisher is nothing but CloudWatch will be published the some topic. Then based on that topic, we have to subscribe the email. Then we will get the notification from our CloudWatch side. So that is called as a we can say called as a publisher and subscriber. In AWS, we have the SNS to send. Suppose I want to some simple notification to my email. Then what we have to do here? Simple notification service we have to create. Then SNS work based on the pub and sub model. What is the pub? Pub is nothing but publisher, and sub is nothing but it is a subscriber. So that is called as a pub and sub model. So whenever we talked about of the here, suppose I want to create a one simple notification service, then first we have to create the topic. What is the topic for the SNS? That is called as a simple notification service topic. Before going to create here, I want to create just we have to click on the simple notification services, then click on the otherwise whenever we click on dashboard here, you can see we don't have any topics here. We have the zero topics, then platform application zero, then subscription and also is zero. So we are going to create one topics here that is called as we can say called as a SNS topic. So once click on the create topics here, then I'm going with standard. Then you can see here the this is the already created test. Okay, then I'm saying here the this is my SNS test. Then you can see this is my name. What will be name here? It will be anything here, display name. So I'm saying here the SNS EC2. Okay, so then we have the encryption, then access policies, the data protection. These are the optionals. If you want to select it, then we can select it. Otherwise, we can skip. I have created one topic. You can see here the topic here. Let me refresh. Once we create a topic, then we have to subscribe our email. You can see here the I have created one topics here. You can see here the I have created one topics here. You can see already we created the standard type here. So we have to create a subscriber because it works on the sub and pub model. So pub and sub model is nothing but publisher. So we can say call as a publisher from here from where we will get the publisher. We will get the publisher from the our CloudWatch side. You can see here the diagrammatically. This is my CloudWatch. Then we are getting the publisher that is called as a SNS topic. Publisher is nothing but we have to publish the topic. Then once we publish the topic, then we have to create the subscriber. Subscriber is nothing but you can see called as a we can see called as a user email. Then we have to subscribe that email. So then you can see here the create whenever we creating the subscriber here, you can see topic here. So I'm creating here this is my topic. Then we have the these are the standard protocol. Suppose I want email, then we can select it. Otherwise, if you want to email with JSONs, then HTTP. These are the options here. We have the several options here. We have the SMS also there. I'm selecting here the emails. Then I have to enter my valid email. You can see here the this is my valid email. Then I have to enter the email here. This is our endpoint because we selected here the protocol. Protocol is nothing but we will get the email from the AWS side. Once we selected the email, suppose if we selected the SMS, then we have to enter the mobile number here. It depends on you. Uh, we can select a protocol here. So I'm going with right now email. Then we have the options subscription filter policy. Then redrive policy also is there also. Then we these are the optionals. So I'm not going to any select here. Then we have to click on the subscription. Then you can see here the it will take some time. You can see pending confirmation is there. So is nothing but this is my topic. So which we already created from the topic side. Then once our topic is published, then we have to create the subscription. Once we created the subscription, then we have to confirmations. You can see I got one email here. So we have to confirm subscription. which we got an email from the AWS side. Once we confirm, then it will be change the status. Otherwise, it won't be changed and we won't get any email from the AWS side because we are not confirmed any subscription. So I have confirmed. You can see if you want to unsubscribe, then you can select it. You can see simple notification services. We subscribe. So what is the simple notification services? Simple notification services is nothing but I want some notification in my AWS, whatever we created the in services I use in my machines. Based on my conditions, I want notification. If it is working expected, then we are not getting any notification. But if it is any troubleshoot or any issue in our application in our resources, then we will get one notification from the AWS side because continuously we are monitoring our whatever we created, whatever we services, EC2 instances, whatever we created, continuously we are monitoring 24 by 7 because we already deploy our application to the user and user we can say user want to application 24 by 7, so that's why we want to monitor it should not be any failure in our application. So that is called as a simple notification. We created services here. So once we confirmed here, you can see, let me refresh it. Once we refresh, then you can see here the pending confirmation status is changed. It's confirmed. Then we have to create a one notification. Then how to create the notification here? You can see, uh, suppose I want my use cases here. We want to create a one EC2 instances. What is the EC2 instances? We already know how to create the EC2 instances. You can see here the EC2 instances. Then we will create one condition is there. So first we will create my EC2 instances name is a SNS. So I'm selecting simple notification services EC2 instances. We know that how to create it here. Then I'm selecting here the existing one key pair. Then we created the allow SSH because we are going with Linux. Then 1 minute. I have selected everything here, APC. Okay. Then we launch our one instances here. Once we launch the instance, then successfully we launch the one instance here. You can see here the otherwise go to the instance. It will be take some time. So this one is EBS. So I think I need delete or terminate. Okay. So you can see. So this is my running instances. We have the option is there monitoring. Okay. Otherwise, in action, we have the monitor or troubleshoot here. Once we click on the monitor troubleshoot here, so I want to add one simple notification in that. So you can see here the configure the cloud cloud watch agent, then manage detail monitoring, then get instances screenshot. These are the several options is there. But managing the I'm going with manage CloudWatch alarm. Then you can see here the once we click on here, we have the two options. One is the create an alarm, then otherwise create an alarm existing one. So here is a nothing but edit an alarm. If we have the existing one, then we can edit it. Otherwise, we can create a new one here. Then you can see here the this is my alarm notification SNS test. Then you can see here the alarm actions. We have the different actions here. This is the optional we can say because suppose if we are putting the conditions, if my CPU utilization more than the 70%, it should be reboot, it should be stop, it should be recover, it should be terminated. These are the options based on our requirement. I'm not selecting here. Then after that we have the alarm threshold here. Alarm threshold is nothing but we are putting some condition on which basis we will get, sorry, we will get a one alarm. So we are putting one condition is here. I'm selecting the average, maximum, then minimum, then sample count sum. So I'm selecting here the average. Then if machine is greater than the here, then we have the percentage here. You can see if you want to add the percentage, then consecutive period here. Then okay, you can see here the alarm when will be triggered alarm. Okay, so you can select it here, notification. Then you can see the CPU utilization, disk read. These are the many options right there. So right now I'm selecting here the it will be more than the 3%. So it's a 0%. So I'm selecting here the CPU utilization more than the 3%. If it is greater than the 3%, then it should be one email triggered to my particular of the email ID. Then you can see here the consecutive period here. After 5 minutes, it will be checked because otherwise we have the 1 minute, then 5 minutes, 15 minutes. So every 5 minutes, my machine will be checked from the AWS side. Every 5 minutes. Suppose if we are selecting the 15 minutes, every 15 minutes, my machine will be checked. Okay. You can see here the alarm on instances trigger CPU utilization is greater than the 3% or equal. If it is less than the 3, then it will be also triggered. You can see here the, then we can see the sample metric data. Already we discussed here based on our some metrics and all those data will be collect from the CloudWatch side. Then it will be respond automatically from the AWS side. So you can see here the CPU utilization data. It will be collect continuously. You can see the alarm recommendations when will be triggered after 3 hours. We have the, but right now I'm not selecting anything here because it's a sample metric data. So we are not going to this one. So just I have created the one alarm for the my machines. You can see here the in monitor. You can see here the CPU utilization. Already we put one condition is there. Once our condition is met, then it will be trigger. Otherwise, it won't be trigger. So that is the okay. Then how to connect with our EC2 instances? Because if we want to trigger the machine, then we have to run something on our machine. Then I'm going to connect with my machines because we want to some create data on my machine. So I'm right now I'm going by intentionally I'm trying to the intentionally create some stress on my machines. So already we know that how to connect with my machines. This is my git bash. Yes, I want to connect my machines. You can see we created. Okay, successfully. Okay. So here my condition is I want to create one. Suppose I want to spend the CPU utilization greater than or equal 3%. So we want to install some software on my machines. By intentionally, I'm trying to create some load on my machines. Then how to create it? Then we have the one command is there, sudo yum. That is called as a sudo is nothing but super doing operation. Then I'm installing one stress application in my machines. You can see here the one stress application I'm going to create here. So number of times I'm trying to create here because it will be meet our condition more than greater than the 3%, then alarm will be triggered. You can see here the let me check my email. Are we getting any email from the AWS side? This is our subscription email. Okay, 1 minute. So we are going to create a one machine here. By intentionally, I am creating one trace on my machines because it should be trigger one email. Then you can see here so our condition is met here. Once our condition is met, then we got a one notification from our AWS side. This is the our simple notification. You can see here we got a one trigger email from the AWS side. It is a we created one EC2 instances in Asia specific for Mumbai region, and we put one condition is there while we creating those EC2 instances. Our CPU utilization is greater than the 3%, then it should be trigger one email. Then we already created one SNS. Then we got a one trigger from the AWS side. You can see here the monitoring data. This is the metric data. So you can see also here the view this alarm in AWS management console. If you want to check when we got a when alarm got triggered, it its status will be changed to the alarm. You can see here the in alarm we got a one email from the AWS side. In the CloudWatch, you can see you otherwise you can search here the CloudWatch. In CloudWatch, we have the alarm. You can see here the in alarm, then all alarm. In alarm is nothing but you can see if you want to create new, then you can see. Otherwise, you can see all alarm. In that all alarm, we have the one condition is there, CPU utilization greater than the 3%, then it should be trigger one email to that users. You can see in that I want to check history of the my alarm. Then you can see here that just click on it. Then alarm actions, enable disable option is there. Otherwise, you can just click on here. Once we click on here, you can see the history of the of our alarm. You can see here the CPU utilization. Then once we completed the CPU utilization here, more than the 3%, then we got a one email from the AWS side. In that history, you can see here the uh, alarm status also is changed here. You can see here the in alarm is okay. You can see date wise, time wise here, then state update, then action state update, and you can see all those stuff data. How to check here? You can otherwise you can search here. Already we navigated to the CloudWatch. Already we visited to the CloudWatch, so that's why we can see. Otherwise, you can search here the CloudWatch. You can see Cloud Shell, Cloud Trail, different here. But where we can check it, alarm, we can check alarm in the CloudWatch. You can see here the monitoring resources or application top features, log insight, metric, alarm, then dashboard services. These are the features which is provided from the CloudWatch side. You can see in the CloudWatch, we have the one history there for the alarm. Then we can check history of our alarm. Then we can see recent alarm. In that recent alarm, our condition is met. Then we got a one trigger, the email from the AWS side, and we got a one email. Once we got the email, then we can click on this one. Otherwise, we can check in our CloudWatch. Once we click on here, then we directly navigate to our CloudWatch. So this is our SNS. SNS is nothing but simple notification. How to create the simple notification services? We have to create the first publisher, then we have to subscribe to our email, then we can add our SNS in our EC2 instances based on our conditions, uh, based on our requirement. We can add our SNS in our services. Suppose I want to create one load balancer. Also, we have there is a one option. I want uh, SNS, that is called, I want to use the SNS service in my load balancer. Otherwise, auto scaling group, I want to use the SNS in the auto scaling group. Then we have the option is there. Then we can use like this. Once our condition is met, then I want to check my alarm history. Then just we have to go with CloudWatch. Then once we click on the CloudWatch, then we have the option is there, alarm, then in alarm, all alarm. In alarm, if you want to create new, then we can create it. Otherwise, just click on the all alarm here. In that we can see the history. Then I want to check logs, then we have the logs. Then I want to check metrics, then we can check. Otherwise, application signals, all those we have the services in our CloudWatch, which is provided from the AWS. So this is the our simple notification services. So it's a simple, we have to create one topic, then we have to subscribe that email. Once we subscribe it, then we can use it accordingly, our requirement wise. Okay, I think that's it for our SNS. Then based on our condition, it will be trigger. Otherwise, it won't be trigger again and again. So already we put one condition in there. Every 15 minutes, every 5 minutes, my machine will be checked. Then how to check it? We can check by using of the CloudWatch. Then we can monitor our, in that CloudWatch, we have the simple notification while CloudWatch monitoring our application, our resources. Then my condition is met while we creating of the resources. My condition is met. Then it uh, one notification should be triggered to the user based on our email ID. Then we have to go with SNS. First, we have to learn the CloudWatch. We have to understand the CloudWatch. Then we have to understand the SNS. SNS is nothing but it's simple notification service. But before going to the SNS, we have to understand the CloudWatch. CloudWatch is nothing but it is a monitoring purpose. We have to delete it. Just go to the simple notification services, then go to the dashboard here, just click on the topics. In that topics, I'm deleting this one. You can see here the delete me. We are deleting the topics. Then after that, we have to delete the subscription also. It's a free service, but make sure we have to delete it. I think we cannot delete this one. We have to unsubscribe first. This one, subscription is not confirmed. No, it's triggered. 1 minute. Oh, once we delete the topic, you can see here the ID is deleted because topic is a first, then we have the subscription. So you can see here the if you want to create the another subscription, then we can create it. Otherwise, we can see here the my subscription is deleted automatically because topic is a subscription is dependent on our topic because it's a already we know that It's a pub model. It's nothing but publisher and subscriber. Publisher is nothing but we created one publisher, then we created one subscriber. Okay. Make sure this one is deleted. Topic is deleted, then it will be automatically delete the subscriber. Then we have to delete our EC2 instances. Once we deleted EC2 instances, we have to delete it. You can see I'm deleting this one. So make sure once your practice is done, then we have to delete all services, whatever we used in our AWS. Okay. In CloudWatch, there is a no need to the delete anything here because just we trigger the alarm here. You can see in alarm, we don't have any alarm here. You can see if you can see here the warning. Oh, this one also we need to delete here because alarm is created from the AWS side. Already we put one condition is there. Make sure or whatever we created services, make sure we have to delete it. Otherwise bill will be generated. Then also we will check here the one subscription. Here I think we cannot see the delete option. So this one is of just we subscribe our user. You can see here the deleted ID. So whatever we use the services, we use the three services. One is EC2 instances, then simple notification services and CloudWatch. So we deleted all whatever we created data in our AWS. Then once we created, then make sure delete it once our practice is done. Otherwise, you can see my bill is generated here. Right now, we cannot see here. It's off from my side. Cost usage here. Then we learn two services here. One is a simple notification service and one is a cloud services. I think that's it for today. We will continue tomorrow our topic. Okay, thank you guys.